The past is your playground. Abstergo.
Welcome back, this is Bastion Assassin, and I am live streaming Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The final entry in my stream series, unless I do the Chronicles games. We'll see how that goes.
Hello, Initiate. Recently, Abstergo Historical Research began several new projects in London. We both know that when Abstergo makes big moves, the Templars are up to something. We think they're hot on the trail of a new piece of Eden. I've got people in London looking for it.
Hey, Bishop! Jacob and Evie Fry are twins. How awesome is that?
Speak of the devil. Fire up your cameras, Bex. I've got picture. ETA on the payload?
Sending it now.
I always found Sean and Rebecca to be quite cheesy.
You look weird.
I think they're intended to be, but that doesn't mean that they're not always awkward.
Got something. Isabel Ardant has a meeting here in a few hours. Doesn't say with who.
Doesn't say with whom, Rebecca. I suppose it's down to Muggins here to find out.
Hold on. The mission was to find data to locate a piece of Eden in London.
We did.
And now, I am eager to try this new kit.
I don't like it when those two go off book like this. Well, all we can do is take a deep breath and move forward. You'll be searching for the piece of Eden through the lives of Jacob and Evie Fry, twin assassins who operated in Victorian London. Your first set of genetic memories are downloaded. Good luck.
I especially find the modern day to be weak in Syndicate.
Brother George.
Not all of it, but at least the
It is as I feared.
initial premise.
London has fallen. Thrice I have written to you begging your aid. Thrice you've responded with silence. And yet I write again. So desperate my need, so few my options. I need you. London needs you. You would say it is too great of a task, or that it is not yet time to strike. Patience, you would counsel. But whilst you wait, the Templars consolidate their power. They have chosen a Grand Master so ruthless, so thorough, one might think Reginald Birch himself had returned. His name is Crawford Starrick, and he intends to rule the world. There is no aspect of society he does not control, no industry that escapes his grim touch. By day, it is corrupt merchants and venal politicians who hold court. Come night, a vicious street gang known as the Blighters strikes terror in the hearts of all. There is no business untainted by his poison, no person unexploited, be it by duplicity or force. Our enemy has designs on the highest office of them all. And so, as you look inward, and dare I say it, afraid, Crawford Starrick's ambition is fixed on the beyond, to kingdoms and continents as yet unconquered, though not for long, for he knows, as I have warned you time and time again, whosoever controls London controls the world.
You know, I find even the ancestral story to be a weak premise. It's just, the modern day story. Abstergo's after something. Let's figure out what it is. Ancestral story. There's Templars. They're bad. They're in everything. Let's stop them. It's all very reactive and kind of hackneyed.
The iron ship's from here. The Templar running things is Rupert Ferris and our target 1. Target 2 is Sir David Brewster, who's got his hands on a bauble that could ruin us in this wretched war. Think you both can handle it?
What a question.
All right. My mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, the unstoppable Fry twins. See them nightly at Covent Garden.
George, honestly, I've studied the plans of the laboratory and have every route covered.
And I've got all I need right here. I'll extend your regards to Ferris.
Chat later, George. We've a train to catch.
Jacob! Evie! May the Creed guide you vagrants!
Poor man. More afraid than ever. Years have not been kind.
Evie Fry, where do you get it from?
The same place as you, Jacob.
Have fun.
Don't die.
How long does he intend to go on like this? He's disrupting the other workers. That's his trap and get the machine fixed. And send me some laudanum for my head.
Coming right up.
Locked.
What do you think you're doing?
No one goes in or out, unless there's a problem.
I hold the machines. That door opens, and I have my route to Ferris. Always work on the fly.
What's all that about? What is that?
What's all this? Which one of you is responsible?
Wasn't it?
Who are you?
The sanitary inspector. This man is dead.
You're the dead man.
Ran along home.
Here we go
Teach you how
again.
to beg for mercy.
Any last words? Oh, shit. Finish off. You're something a drink. What do you want from me? I'll give you anything. Anything you ask. Mercy. Hey, who do you think you are?
Ferris, I'm coming.
Mr. Ferris has mandated that those
Time to
who
head
work
for
in the
higher
factory
ground.
over Easter will receive double rations. Mr. Ferris has mandated that those who work in the factory over Easter will receive double rations. Don't bother coming back. Supper has been
The last mistake you'll ever
Something's up.
Goes around, comes around. Watch out!
So one unfortunate consequence of changing how cover worked from a hard lock to a soft lock system, right, was that high-profile corner kills are no longer achievable. It's especially unfortunate because I don't think most people who played Unity even knew they existed. I mean, yeah, of course, they're not going to put the effort into making sure they stay in the game, but they sure are fun, and they're useful. I mean, you can even go back and just watch the stream that I just did over the last couple days. And I used them several times to get corner kills that I couldn't get normally because people were too far away. But what it does is it allows you to get a lot further on your corner kill. You don't just pull people back. You can launch yourself out from the corner and take people. However, I definitely appreciate having the whistle back. Yeah, see, look, if I go high profile, he just stands up. Stands up. Makes so I can't really do a corner kill. Let's whistle. Try it. I'm just gonna get caught. You know? It's not a thing anymore. Which, again, that'd be very unfortunate. Now, I think that mechanically, combat in Syndicate is alright. It works fine mechanically. I think that even after they fixed the animations, after everybody's bad reaction at E3 and the previous reveal of Assassin's Creed Syndicate in May of 2015, even after they, quote, fixed those animations and made them less choppy, they still are choppy compared to the beautiful combat animations that we see in Unity. And it makes everybody obviously really wish that we could see those again. I think that for like a number of games they could have come back to Unity's combat system. Fine, I mean, this is really a refining of Unity's combat system, just really bad animations for the most part. The finishers are fine. It's the strikes that bother me. It's the same issue I have with Origins. The finishers look great, the strikes look choppy. And I don't really like to see those choppy strikes. Where beautiful aesthetic combat has been a hallmark of the series since AC1, right? It's kind of frustrating to see the combat get janky 10 years down the road. Because this is the our 10th year since AC1 came out. It's also the 10th main game, though we've had 2 years that they didn't come out. I think a lot of the challenges are fun to work on, most of them. There's only about 4 or 5 of them that are just really janky and difficult to pull off because it's just stuff that doesn't happen in the game, like running over 2 guys in under 5 seconds, or getting multi-counter kills. I mean, even getting counter kills is ridiculous. Counter shot. There's a number of them. It's just like, really? That's a thing? You know, when you have to get to the point where, like, you can do that in this game, because the opportunity never comes up and you have to manufacture opportunities for it to happen, and that's just a poorly put together challenge. I was just trying to stun him for some reason. Not sure why I did that. Anyway, Syndicate is a fun game. I think that for the most part, there's times where you'll be wandering around just running across the city or whatever, and it gets kind of old.
Watch it. Say sorry.
Anyhow, it's fun. It's very shallow, I feel, outside of the gameplay. Even some of the gameplay, like the combat being is much easier. It is, you know, this huge counter icon that hovers over an opponent's head for seconds, and anytime you press B during that time, it's a perfect counter. You know, easier than Unity. I mean, overall, it's mostly the same DNA as Unity. It's the same basic combat concept and the same assassinations and parkour animations, and many of the same quest systems and stuff. Like it is very similar to Unity, and I think that's particularly why it disappoints me so much. Is that it is similar to Unity, but got lost on some of the things that I loved about Unity. You know, and there are definitely things that other people didn't love, and a lot of the community at large, I think, responded fairly positive to Unity. I don't think necessarily all of the hardcore players did, but a lot of the fans in general were like, hey, this is actually a fun game to play, and that is important. It is important to have a fun game to play. It'd just be great to get a game that was fun to play and also had, you know, really good story and didn't downgrade the graphics from the previous entry and things like that, you know.
I do like a good discussion with my afternoon pick-me-up.
The boys had to carry you back to the yard.
He looks suspect, to say the least.
There's some odd bods in this town.
Holy cutthroats like that.
Oh no!
Well, that's just typical. I've made a huge mistake. Grab him! Drag him out!
I'm just realizing how many throwing knives these guys seem to carry, because I've looted a bunch of these guys and they've all like been carrying throwing knives. I'm thinking, maybe I should use them more often. Like that. Oh, and the poor children! The poor children! Oh, he's a horrible man! He's a horrible man! As soon as I use a throwing knife. Hey, hey! I apologize for pausing really quickly there. I had a real life occurrence going on there that I had to take care of.
Stop. Mr. Ferris, Lord Force Workers. Up to it.
Lewis Morgan. Trevor Ward.
He's in trouble. That's why he's trying
Some
to
mothers do have it.
Mr. Ferris, sir. The lad in the factory should be taken to be bandaged by the apothecary.
Fine. But dock his wages.
Yes, sir.
Shall we arrive at a final price, Mr. Ferris?
I do really enjoy some of the refined stealth. I mean, it seems like the AI, a lot of the AI kinks that Unity had really got worked out in Syndicate to such a degree that that stealth becomes a lot more viable, that you don't get caught nearly as often. It allows you to kind of stick with playing your way, you know, if you do it right, rather than just hoping to play your way and then playing a different way when you get caught. Well, I did say to a degree, didn't I? I knew that guy was going to see me anyway because he was investigating as well. I thought about what I could do with a throwing knife. I'm not sure if they see you when you peek out with a throwing knife. I'll have to test that in a minute. It has been not too terribly long since I played this game, but of all the games, this is probably the one that I've played the fewest times, it being the newest game, and one that did not particularly attract much attention from me.
Someone take care of him!
Look at me! It doesn't matter. Why would you want to kill me? Don't do this, Vickers. Don't do it! That's your friend in a way of that is.
Shh! He's hiding! As always, the character dialogue, or the NPC dialogue is incredibly amusing. The soft lock range system, I think, also worked really pretty well. In this game, the soft lock cover works pretty well, although you do have to sacrifice certain things that I really appreciated about the hard lock Unity, and the soft lock free aim, I also think works out pretty well. And they got it just right to the point where you don't feel restricted by the soft lock. It just like messes with your aim too much, right? But that you don't have to freak out too much if you're like me and you suck at aiming. I don't know why I keep scanning with Eagle Vision. I'm still in the Unity mode. And early in the game, before you've upgraded, there's not too terribly much of a point in scanning with Eagle Vision. It's good for scouting, but you can't see through walls until you get that upgrade.
Take this down. Dear sir, I am pleased to inform you that I have managed to secure a source of iron ore that will continue to generate a steady profit.
It is done. Oh? What did you accomplish, boy? A bolt loosened in Starrick's machine. A large bolt, but not enough.
Your Grandmaster will fall.
You assassins can circle London to your heart's content. The mechanism we have built has been going strong for 100 years, and will run 1,000 more. It is the very city itself.
We will take London from your hands.
From Croydon? You lurk in the shadows like a coward. I doubt it.
I was very happy to see the return of the White Rooms. While I love Unity and I love its story, and its story would not be possible without Arno being able to see the memories. I guess that's not true. He could have interrogated it out of them, and having the memories was an interesting new way of having this kind of exchange. I really liked the return to the classic Death Corridor scenes, specifically in a White Room. And the White Room, I think, here feels very much like AC1 through Revelations, or even AC1 through 3 in many ways. It specifically feels like AC1 because the target will stand up and walk around, you know. If you remember in AC1, there are these glitches, not just during the the Death Corridor scenes, but also during any cutscene. There are these like glitches, and then you can push any button, and it changes your perspective. Instead of just doing that, they put it in linearly, where if you're watching that cutscene and it's time for the guy to be standing up, he's standing up. And I appreciated them just because it felt like AC1, you know what I mean? And I definitely appreciate that.
This is your last bell. Enjoy. Tickets, please.
Alright. What was I gonna say? There's something I was gonna say that was related to that. Huh. What on earth was it? I cannot for the life of me remember what I was gonna say. It's related to the Death Corridor. This guy looks lonely. Let's go. Oh, I was gonna go keep him some company.
Lost your bottle, boys.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I remember. There was one of those good old conversations on the forums. This was like, maybe 2 years ago that we had this conversation. And I had an idea that I put on the forums. And one which I don't think the devs will ever implement, but which I think would fit well into that framework. Specifically of how glitches were put together in Assassin's Creed 1 during the cutscenes. The idea that you've got an animus glitch, and what happens is that you see the scene from the perspective of another person, because the animus is glitching. So it actually has a lot to do with the idea of full synchronization that looks like it's being taken out in Assassin's Creed Origins, which is why I probably think that we'll never see it again. But which was used from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to Assassin's Creed Syndicate as a means of providing optional objectives. What I would like to see is optional objectives that are mutually exclusive. Do it this way, do it that way. So for instance, you have a target, kill them with an air assassination, or kill them while blended with a crowd, or kill them with poison, whatever else. Mutually exclusive challenges within the missions themselves. I kind of got the idea from games like Hitman, or even what was it called? Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which had challenges in each level, and you could not. They were mutually exclusive and required replay to accomplish. And I know that a lot of completionists might be annoyed at that idea. I'm a completionist myself, and I love the idea of having a reason to go back and replay the levels, because as it is, all I try to do is get it done the first time. You know, try and get it right the first time, and then I have like no variety in the way that I play it. If instead you were encouraged through them to replay the same missions multiple different ways, right, by having these animus glitches, basically being the idea being that oh, there's a glitch here, we're not sure how the ancestor accomplished this thing. It's not about getting full synchronization and doing it exactly how they did it. Instead, it's about, we don't know, we don't have the data for this, but we're trying to approximate it with this animus glitch, and you need to go and try these different ways in order to determine which one was full sync, or whatever, you know.
This is where the piece of Eden will be located.
Give you the option of replaying the same mission in multiple different ways. I think that would have made
now,
a lot of sense. It would have worked well with the whole black box ideology that permeates the assassinations in both Unity and Syndicate, in trying to encourage you to do them in different ways. In Syndicate especially, where the black boxes provided you with multiple different unique options. In Unity, there's usually only one unique option for getting a kill, such as the confessional kill with Siver. But in Syndicate, there are some that have multiple unique options. Not very many. Most of them still have just one unique option. But I think that it would give us an opportunity to have lots and lots of different unique kills, you know, these approximations, as it were, of what they think the ancestor might maybe have done. as opposed to, this is the way the ancestor did it, so now we have to do it. I think something like that could have fit well into Origins, with it being an RPG and trying to encourage us to do things
I'm on my way, Sir David.
in whatever way we want, but I don't think it will because they're kind of abandoning the memory structure in favor of a traditional RPG quest system. Also have some mixed feelings about that, mostly just because I don't know what it will mean for special challenges and stuff. Little extra objectives that were put in the game, which seem to be getting ditched, and I actually really enjoy them. Sometimes they annoy me. I admit it. Sometimes specific ones will annoy me. The Giant in the Storm from AC3 drives me nuts because it's ridiculous to try and get all 3 of those ships to expose their weak points so that you can destroy them with a swivel gun. It is ridiculous to do that, but as long as the objectives are reasonable, which I think most of the ones in Unity and Syndicate are, you know, they're very doable. I don't think I've ever seen that particular animation she just did where they were standing by the ledge, I hope you saw it, and she stabbed him and then kicked him under the train. That was, I think it was something new and different. I'm excited by that prospect. I think there's lots of hidden animations even in Syndicate because they added the crouching assassinations and some new like ledge assassinations where you like knock people off like that. I really appreciate them adding those new little details, as I always appreciate new details, you know. Oh, it's not happening this time. And a keeker, sir. Let's see what this guy has. Money and throwing knives that I already have. Only 3 pounds. They are not paying you enough. The reason that people work for the Templars is for money. There's a nice double-bladed assassination, even though most of the assassinations are taken over from Unity and therefore only use 1 blade. There are at least a handful that use the 2 blades, which seems that Jacob and Evie have by lore. There was a lot of confusion about that initially, and with people, myself included, thinking that Jacob and Evie only had 1 and that it was a mistake in the animations, but they have 2. Just not really shown. I mean, it just kind of comes out of her sleeve. I mean, I guess that's kind of how, like, Connor's did on his right hand. A lot of them on the right hand don't have, like, the embrace.
That should keep you busy
Bye-bye.
while I head into your lab.
Anyway, if you're interested in that idea of like animus glitches allowing for multiple challenges, multiple like mutually exclusive challenges in a single mission, forcing you to replay it multiple times in different ways, you know, throw a comment down below. Maybe we'll send something up to Ubisoft and see if they
Follow me down the
like our idea, but I don't really think they'll implement it unless we get a lot of steam behind it.
Shout if I get any bother.
First for a bird's eye view. Can't be too careful.
Not your concern. Bring back the cargo.
Just waiting for a few more of those enemies to clear out. Quietly slip out here. Let's take out this guy with the throwing knife. Kind of concerned about him protecting us as we go to assassinate. Right. Headed our way. No, he's not. He's headed away. Alright. Just run over here and give him a quick stab. Oh! I forget! You can't really do high-profile assassinations from the front in Syndicate. At least not if they've had long enough to detect you. Which should be remedied by increasing her stealth score later on, but for the time being, I should try to avoid those. My mistake. I appreciate them moving the lift to right trigger plus A rather than just right trigger. There are plenty of times in Unity. You probably saw in my streams where I accidentally used a lift immediately after parkouring down.
To draw unwanted attention. You have been given more than enough time to achieve results, Sir David.
I was unaware that you expected me to perform like a cocker spaniel.
Permit me to remind you of your obligation to the Order.
Miss Thorne, you ride me like a racehorse.
Sir David, I will return tomorrow. If you have not unlocked the device's secrets, forget your dogs and horses. I will leave you to the wolves. Good day.
So many animal allegories.
I was merely promised a tour of the premises, my lords.
Who sent you?
It's one of Green's spies.
Get that man to interrogation. Then I want him brought to the lab.
What a pity. But no deviations from the mission.
They made Evie's eyes so pretty. They remind me, I think the only eyes I've seen that were that pretty in a video game were probably Ciri's from The Witcher 3. Where she has those gorgeous green eyes. Evie's got those beautiful blue eyes. Oh, I alliterated. I didn't even mean to. Alright, so what do we need for the full sync? It's not... Oh, yeah. Hanging barrels. Isn't there... No, that's right. I remember. There was a... There was an achievement that I got here. There's an achievement in the game for killing 5 enemies from one haystack. I don't know if I got it here or somewhere else. I think I might have gotten it here just by luring enemies over. There don't seem to be enough enemies out here right now, having a look at it. Time to clean up our messes. See if I can throw him up there. I can. Good. Okay, now for the hard part. We need to find enough hanging barrels to get 5 kills with them. And also, we're down to only 4 throwing knives. If this one's aimed correctly, I should get 2 out of it. Oh, I threw it and nothing happened. Oh, there's 2, right? Check the challenges. Yeah, there's 2. Let's drop down and get this guy before he causes too much trouble with his investigation, because there will be plenty more we can get. Loot some guys, hope to get some throwing knives back, because they do not start you off with a large throwing knife pouch, but Evie by the end will have more than enough. I think she can carry 30 when you've maximized her throwing knife skills. Let's head up this way. I know that there's some barrels over to the left. Let's see what we can see from up here. Where are they? I don't think it's back there. I think it's actually up further. On the other side of this building on the left there, I think there's some more barrels. And there's one right here. Just, is that even, I can't even tell if that's over anybody because I'm not even in range enough to hit it right now. I'm gonna get caught. Let's fight. Dang it, I thought I could get that headshot, but I missed it. Let's please do a wall takedown on this guy. The wall takedowns with the cane sword are just absolutely vicious. Nope, no dice. That looks like at least one, so I'll take it. Oh, 2! Yeah, it looks like 2. Very good. Then let's just head over this way. Is it right here on the left? Yeah, and the gap between these 2 buildings. I think, unless it's back here.
Nearly there.
Oh, there's a spot there. Let's just do that. If I can get there stealthily. This is another one of the ones I was talking about yesterday in one of my Assassin's Creed Unity live streams. I was talking about the different kinds of full sync objectives. You've got ones in Assassin's Creed Unity that are good and fun, but the problem is that they're usually side tasks, right? You know, people don't fail on them and feel bad about them. Oh, I didn't kill this guy the right way, because they really have to do with how you kill somebody. They have almost exclusively to do with little extra chores that you can do around the game, you know? Like in this one, oh, along the way, you know, your goal is really to get this one guy. But as you go, make sure you get 5 guys by dropping haystacks on them. Haystacks! You're not dropping haystacks on anybody, fortunately. By dropping those barrels. I guess, I don't know, maybe I'd rather have a haystack dropped on me than a barrel. I don't know. Comment down below. Would you rather have a haystack or a barrel dropped on your head?
Laboratory.
Preferably neither, obviously.
Perhaps I can
but
this interrogation.
If you had to choose, which would it be and why? Don't forget the why, that's very important. Is this where you guys get interrogated up there? Okay. Let's go. And then, or rather, save him. Take care of him sounds a little bit more drastic. I thought the door was on the other side of this room. It is.
So return home empty-handed. Now we're talking. Give him a taster. No.
I enjoyed how they took tools, right, and kind of gave them a sort of unity of control scheme by making it so that, you know, you switch to your tool and then left trigger aims your tool, right trigger fires it. I thought that was a good way of changing up tools.
Thank you kindly. I was never such a squeaky fix when, what do you know? You rescue me.
Where's the hidden laboratory?
Untie me and then we can parley, milady.
I'm pressed for time. Tell me now.
It's underground. Requires a key. One of the guards nicked mine, cheeky sod.
Thank you.
Now? Untie me?
You got yourself in. I trust you can get yourself out again.
Not to worry, milady. Can still recall a couple of tricks from me carnival days.
Charming.
Untie me, please, I need help. And then I can just disappear. I don't get that guy. I don't get why he's so important as to have like a speaking role, even. I never thought he was a very interesting kind of character. Oh, well, my throwing knives. There they are. Alright. I'm so bad because Syndicate is really fun. It is, and I don't want to dog on Syndicate too much. I don't hate Syndicate. I think it's a very fun game. There are just some things that I wish they'd done a little bit differently. You know, just like any of the games. I'm sure there's things we wish were better. I wish that Unity had fewer glitches. I wish that it would give you a proper indication when someone was trying to snipe you while you're climbing up a wall. In Syndicate, I wish that it had a better story. I think the gameplay is generally some of the best Assassin's Creed gameplay out there. But I wish that I felt more invested in said gameplay. Oh, hey guys, let's not. Nope, okay. I'm being stealthy. I'm Evie, so I'm being stealthy, right? That's the thing to do, but I guess that's one of the other criticisms of the game that a lot of people had. They went about it like, you were going to complete one another, you can play them just about the same. Evie, in the end, when you've gotten all her skills, is slightly stealthier than Jacob, and Jacob, when you've gotten all their skills, is slightly tougher in a fight than Evie, as in he does slightly more damage and has slightly more health. Whereas Evie's stealth score is a little bit higher, and she has her cool little invisibility... No, I didn't just call it cool. Her little invisibility power. I don't really think it's that cool. It gives me the same feel as remote control arrows from Origins. Like, what? Why? How? And there was a YouTuber I was watching today. I think it was Long-Eared Fox. I'm not endorsing his channel at all, but I was watching him. He was talking about it. He thinks it's probably just an animus effect of some kind. I think that's a good way of explaining away Evie's invisibility as well, because it doesn't make any sense. She doesn't have a piece of Eden that can do it. I mean, I get that she's good at hiding, but she can't literally stand out in broad daylight, crouched, and then hold still and no one will see her, you know? So it's got to be like an animus kind of thing. I can't aim that low for some reason. There's another guy down there. Oh, let's disappear. That's not where I wanted to go. Oh, I'm so detected.
I'm ready to pull the trigger. One at a time.
My favorite thing about Syndicate's combat are the multi-takedowns. And you don't really ever get a proper tutorial on how to do them. And they don't add anything to the gameplay. They're just very, very pretty. What's unfortunate is that sometimes, you know, like you saw right there, I had 3 guys prepped and ready, but just because of whatever weirdness with where the walls were or whatever, I only got a double. Which is why pulling off a quadruple is so ridiculously difficult to do. I mean, it's not even difficult, it's just that you have to get lucky and not have them in any sort of weird position. I guess that's also part of why they're so rewarding when you do manage to pull them off. Alright, what have we got?
You think Edgar nips downstairs for a taste? Would he tell us?
Not on his life. If I had that key, I would keep my mouth shut tight.
Boom. Headshot. I like the ability to tag enemies that was added in this, and I mean, I guess it was in Black Flag and Rogue as well. Unity, you know, would be a temporary effect. But, I look forward to doing so with Senu. I mean, you don't just have to use Senu, you can just look at enemies in Origins and it'll tag them, similarly to how it works in Far Cry. I think it's a good system to have. You know, a lot of people complain that all the Ubisoft games feel the same, and to a degree that's true. But I also like that they all learn from each other. That's something that I feel can be said for, like, all the EA shooters out there, you know? Battlefront is not Battlefield. And so on. Though, I mean, really, Battlefront is sort of Battlefield in Star Wars. Alright, everybody over here. Hey, there's a counter kill. I'll take it. Again, double when I thought I'd have a triple.
Someone ought to fetch the police.
There you are. The entrance to Brewster's lab.
Alright, I'm going to try something here that I don't often do. I'm going to try using the throwing knife for distraction so I can ghost this one part. I've been thinking about watching some Assassin's Creed Ghost videos, and I might start trying to play them that way. I've heard Unity is very fun to ghost. But of course that means every oh my gosh! That was gold! Oh, what you doing there, lady? Totally worth not killing him.
Back on track.
3 skill points, you say? They earn their skill points separately, right? 1 point for double assassination. I will take it. What else can we get, Evie, while we're here? Loot takedown's handy, but not essential. Lockpicking is pretty essential. Again, I'm probably going to focus mostly on stealth right now for Evie, but ecosystem is always essential. Let's see, 2 more points. So let's get lockpicking 1. That is not nearly as important as it is in Unity, but what happens is that there are certain chests, basically, located around the world, which have unique crafting ingredients that are required for certain weapon craftings and gear craftings. And what you end up doing then... Yeah, let's do this one so we can see through walls. What you end up doing then is just opening those chests. There's like 1 in each district on average. You know, it's not a ton of them. Then the other one, lockpicking 2, gets you doors that you can unlock, usually during specific missions. And usually what that'll do is open up a new and a unique route. We'll want to get that for Evie before too long, because there are some story missions where I want to have that unlocked. And look, how convenient. They had me unlock double assassination, and now I can do it. What happens if I crouch and do a double? She'll probably stand up and do it, huh? Yep. There it is. Because yeah, like I said, they added the crouching assassinations, but not crouching double assassinations, unfortunately. Okay, so now we can see through the walls, which is so handy.
I spy a thief in our midst. Is she all right, do you reckon? I mean in the head.
You know, a lot of people criticize the fact that we have the first 2 memory sequences of this game with only 1 memory sequence each. And yes, this game is shorter than a lot of the others, and I'm kind of okay with that. You know, I don't think that's what's wrong with its story. Except that, you know, you could have had more character development, more conflicts added in if the story itself had been longer. But I do like these first 2 missions, even though they're 1 sequence each.
Increase the electricity.
But it'll become unstable, sir.
You heard what Miss Thorne said. We need results now.
Oh, if I'd been faster getting out of here, I could have gotten the double air assassination on those guys. Little leapfrog going on there, jump girder to girder.
It is time to lay down your head, Sir David Brewster.
But I have so much more to discover.
Do not be afraid.
I'm not.
I love how respectful
God
she is,
will
even to her
protect me.
targets here.
I will continue your experiment.
You will not stop, Starrick. Miss Thorne has already found another piece of Eden, more powerful than the last.
I will take that one too.
We fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
I have to get out of here, now. Come on, Evie. Keep going. That was far too close. I must find a way out.
These tight spaces make me think very much of Tomb Raider 2013. Ugh. It's the claustrophobia that game always induced for me. Especially right here with stuff collapsing. Ugh, that just looks awful. I could not do that. I mean, maybe if my life depended on it, but I'd hope that my life would not depend on it. Because it looks awful.
Come on!
Of course, slide under, of course. Thank you, game, for telling me when I didn't know what to do. Alright, and that is sequence 2. All done. The first 2 sequences set up an unrealistic pace for the rest of the game.
What was that explosion?
What explosion?
Evie?
Piece of Eden detonated and took the lab with it.
The magic lump of hyperbolic metal. I'm shocked.
Simply because you have never valued the pieces does not
All
mean...
went according to plan, hmm?
There was a slight complication.
How slight?
The lab exploded.
Jacob.
You derailed a train.
Oh, he did. Did he?
Well, the train derailed and I happened to be on it. I killed my target.
Brewster is also no more.
Then all in all, a successful mission in spite of you two.
What about London?
What about it?
We're wasting our time out here.
You know as well as I do that London has been the domain of the Templars for the last 100 years. They are far too strong yet. Patience.
But the Templars have found a new piece of Eden.
Sir David is dead. They do not know how to use it. The Council shall guide us. Sound advice that your father would have seconded. I shall see you back in Crawley.
Patience, Evie.
Ah, The gentle sound of opportunity passing us by.
So what's stopping us? London is waiting to be liberated. Forget Crawley.
Father would have wanted us to listen.
Oh, Father. You could continue his legacy in London.
Freeing future generations from a city ruled by Templars. You know, Jacob Fry, you might just be right.
Then shall we?
Yes. Let's. Onward to London.
So here's what I don't understand. I mean, it's not necessarily that I don't understand it, but I find it to be oh, I'll shut up. This is really great.
I know. You've only had a taste of our latest acquisition from Abstergo. But I want to check in on Sean and Rebecca. I still think attacking a Templar is a mistake.
Call Dr. Grammatica.
Come on. Isabel. What a lovely surprise.
Our mutual friends will be here shortly to search for the artifact. Once it's located, I'll let you know.
Super. Always a pleasure.
Prick.
It's people like you that give historians a bad name.
I'm afraid I don't have time for you today, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you for making my job easy.
Oh, shit.
It does look grim.
Master Berg, Agent Acosta. Deal with them, please.
Move it!
Hunt them down!
All they had to do was wait for you to search the data. Their little stunt has put the whole operation at risk. You need to synchronize Jacob and Evie's memories. Find something that puts us ahead of the enemy. Time is of the essence, and lives are now clearly on the line. Good luck.
I remember what I'd been gonna say. That's
Never
not
seen
how you
so
say
many
that.
people all at
But I'll have to wait
once.
until they stop talking again.
Churning
Gotta
seas
keep
of London.
remembering.
It's just the way Father described. Now, to find Henry Green and formulate a plan of attack against the Templars.
Is Mr. Green again?
The assassin watching over London? Did you not listen the first 3 times?
Listen to what? Oi, watch it.
Beg pardon, sir.
Oi! Come back here, you filthy dipper!
Words are hard. That's why I say things like, that's what I had been gonna say. I remembered what I had been gonna say, right? So I did remember what I was going to say. Had to do with some parallels between Assassin's Creed Unity and Assassin's Creed Syndicate, in that you have some kind of similar situations. You know, in Assassin's Creed Unity, Arno gets ejected and exiled from the Parisian Brotherhood for choosing his own targets and disobeying the orders of the Council. And yet here at the very beginning, Jacob and Evie make the same choice. Here, have a throwing knife. He doesn't even, it doesn't even faze him. He doesn't even move. Here's a throwing knife. Anyway, they make the same choice, right? To go to London and try and clear it of Templars, which is a good choice. Obviously, the Council was not very ambitious, it seems, at this time. Which is unfortunate, obviously, but it's interesting to me that Arno was exiled from the Order for the same reason that Jacob and Evie are lauded later. Maybe the Parisian Brotherhood was just a lot stricter.
Now's the time to find Henry Green. I've always been the quicker climber, haven't I?
Not since we were 2.
Race you to the highest vantage point. You're going to lose again.
Not on my watch!
Where is Mr. Green's shop located? It was marked on Father's map.
2 assassins. Equal in height. 1 female, 1 male. 2 decades old, and those devilish smiles. You must be the Fry twins.
And you are?
Henry Green, at your service. I was sorry to learn about your father's passing.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Crawford Starrick?
I suppose the Council desires news.
London must be freed, to provide a better future for all of its citizens.
Well, thank goodness the Council saw reason and sent you to aid us.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news. Today, Starrick sits at the helm of the most sophisticated Templar infrastructure known in the Western world. Every class, every borough, the gangs, the industries. His reach extends all across London.
I've always thought of myself as a gang leader. Firm, but fair. Well, I have uniforms. And I'll unite a mix of disenfranchised outsiders under one name. That's it, Evie. We can rally them to our side.
Oh, like the way that you rallied those card players at the Oakwood Tavern into the river.
Oh, that was different. They beat me at whist. I can see it now. We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
You were never good at chess either.
Such a corn dog.
Have you got a better plan?
Find the piece of Eden.
Oh.
Well, let me show you the lay of the land. Shall we? Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
And my Rooks.
Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come. Let us return to my shop.
It's like he's just almost stuck in there for ham-fisted humor. I'm my Rooks. It is just really corny humor. Ugh. Maybe I'd prefer this dark and depressing stories of Unity and Assassin's Creed 3. Maybe that's my problem. I don't know.
Keep quiet. Kaylock's looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
The piece of Eden.
So tell me about these Blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's clinkers remain opposed, but they're no match for the Blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for.
You can't be serious.
Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the Blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the Rooks.
It's just cringy. You know, it's like Jar Jar Binks level for me.
Confound this city. No one looks where they're going.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood. I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now.
I totally thought
Well,
we'd
I
be
must
picking up
get
his
to work
pages.
replacing them. Should you ever be
Like
in the
with
mood
the
for a tale or
almanacs.
two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot. Ta-ta!
What an odd man.
That Mr.
Who's
Fry was
odd?
Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything in the city. If I were you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket. Kaylock's gang is nearby. They must not follow me back to my shop.
We'll take care of it.
Here, you might be able to use this.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail. I will meet you at the curio shop.
And I'm fine with that. Yes, he is eager to be an assassin. He's eager for adventure, and he's a bit of a psychopath in that he enjoys being an assassin. But Ezio had a whole lot of that in common too. And, you know, it's enjoyable enough in a fictional character. In a real human being, I'd be terrified, but not so much here. Let's see if I can remember how to drive these things.
They've gone.
Remember just fine. Now, hard turn.
You're relentless.
All right.
That relentlessness will see me become master when we finish this.
George would do nothing of the sort. Whatever's left of the Creed would perish under your control.
Harsh words, dear sister. Easy now. Yeah.
I do hope Mr. Green made it back safely.
Don't tell me you fancy the bloke already.
And what do you suggest we do if our number one source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage round and go find him.
This is why you aren't in charge.
Bring fine. Slow down.
Now, if I remember right, for most of this sequence, you can play as either twin. Nope, not yet. I think it's after this. But I may be mistaken.
Did you give them the slip?
We gave them more than that.
Who are all these people?
Over the years, I have established a number of connections across the city.
Splendid. We'll need focused aid.
Focused aid. We take over Starrick's gangs, we cripple his control.
You're not aiming high enough. Starrick has influence in every branch of society. We need to match him.
I see what you're saying, Evie. We need the Rooks.
You are not starting a gang called the Rooks.
I believe I may have an idea of my own. We will need the police to turn a blind eye to activities. My ally in the force, Sergeant Aberline. I've heard he's a master of disguise. Next up.
I think I see what you mean.
Urchins.
Evie's right.
Urchins. Children make for excellent spies.
Clara O'Day.
Smart as a whip, that one.
Finally, you would be wise to remember that Starrick never acts alone. There are gang leaders in every borough. You'll meet them soon enough, no doubt.
That music is so fun, though.
Known for his ability to
It's not
vanish before your
beautiful,
very
I don't
eyes.
think, in the same way
Ready to
that like
vanish for real?
Unity's music is, but it is fun.
One moment. A Templar target you might want to look into. Be cautious. It's rough out there.
No, don't worry about me, Greenie. I can handle a few thugs.
Alright, none too difficult. It's time for us. Let's go over here. It looks like. Alright, where are we right now? Right here. So. Let's go do this one first. Aberline, we presume.
What's the plan then, oh mighty planner?
Still can't switch. Okay.
You're the one with the grand ideas. The gangs, the fights, even
Gangs.
the outfits you'll wear.
Is that a
Perhaps
Canadian
you should
thing?
lead the way.
If you insist.
Or is she English? I don't know if Victoria Atkins is English or Canadian. I don't remember. I think she might be English. Alright, now we can switch. Finally. And so I shall. Because I have a preference. 5 skills currently available. So 5 different skills that I could buy with my 3 points. Alright. Wanted to get that one anyway. Kind of want to focus on the far right side of this graph because that's what's going to allow us to make money the soonest. Level 2 acquired for Eevee. Boom. And let's see here. What else can we get? Eagle Vision 3 shows... Oh, increase our radius and shows they're facing on the minimap. Okay. When do we get... Oh, money's not from this. It's from the gang upgrades, huh? That's what I'm thinking of. That's where it's on the far right side of the map. So let's go over here and check out what else we have over here. Stealth 2 doesn't look like, or Stealth 1 doesn't look like it has a prerequisite. First Strike, Lockpicking 2. We're gonna need to get it eventually for Eevee, so we might as well get it now. I don't know what kind of level I'll get to hurrying through the campaign as I will be.
Good job. You've got that right.
All right, let's get a different carriage. I banged that one up a little bit last time. Does Jacob come with us or not? Doesn't look like it. Let's equip our... I thought I'd selected Aberline as my objective. Oh, I guess I'm basically already there. Alright, yeah, slow down, slow down. Let's go. Slow down. Oops. Hey guys, there's 2 of you. That means you're my favorite thing. I swear, that guy had so much fun recording that.
I don't see Mr. Aberline.
Well, we tried.
I may know a thing or two about that splendid fellow you're talking about.
What's this?
Are you trying to blow the gaff?
What?
Sergeant Aberline, at your service. I presume you're the Fry twins Green mentioned.
I was expecting you to be a policeman.
I was expecting you to be discreet.
Henry Green said that you could help us go unnoticed.
This is how it will work. I will give you the names of criminal gang members. You will bring them back to me. Quietly.
Oh, we'll be as quiet as an old lady. A very hairy, strange old lady that looks a lot like a policeman.
Now, whatever you do, try to remain within the bounds of the law. For my sake.
Got a question in the chat. Let's see. Was TDH Jack asked, do I like this game and is it worth buying? Oh, okay. So first of all, I tear into this game probably more than most other Assassin's Creed games, right? That doesn't mean I think it's a bad game or that it's not worth buying. In fact, I think it is very much worth buying. I bought this game at release for full price, and I don't regret it, unlike some games that I've bought over the last year. I don't like it as much as several other Assassin's Creed games. I like it more than... Well, hold on. I don't know if I like it more than any of the others. I might like it more than, like, the game... It depends on what part of the game we're talking about, right? In terms of gameplay, I think it's one of the best games, you know? In terms of story, I think it's one of the worst. But, I mean, it's a mixed bag, just like any game. So, I think it's worth the money. If you can get it on sale, especially now that it's been out for nearly 2 years, do, because it's definitely worth it. I think the Gold Edition was recently on sale on Xbox Live for, I want to say $20. The Gold Edition, which was $100 at release. That includes the Season Pass, all of the extra gear. I mean, I guess I can't do it from up here. I'll come down and show you guys some of the extra stuff that I got with the Gold Edition. Oh gosh, that was weird. Some of the stuff that you get is better than others. I mean, you got the Jack the Ripper DLC, which I think is $20, separately. I'm not sure. And so I don't think this gold edition was as worth it at release as a lot of the other gold editions. Yeah, inventory. So I mean, like, there's some outfits that came with it. Like, actually, all of these outfits. This Elise outfit, which is beautiful. I mean, everyone knows not everyone knows. My viewers and my friends know I love Elise from Assassin's Creed Union. This is a beautiful outfit. Let's see, can we look at it full screen anyhow? I'm not sure, I can't read everything because of the Twitch overlay. This Aveline outfit, I enjoyed Liberations the first couple times I played it. I didn't stream it because it's not backward compatible. You get this beautiful Blue Fur Lady outfit, this gothic thing. Oh, it's just fantastic. The Nighthawk outfit, which is one of my regular outfits I wear. The Xiao Yun and Dr. Daniel's garments. And all of these are just wonderful outfits that look great. I mean, you've got, like, what? How many outfits do you have normally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are extra. So, I mean, it is a good number of outfits. You got some weapons and gauntlets and other things that also come with the DLC. And then you've got the
What's that over there?
the Jack the Ripper DLC, which is pretty fun. It's not the best DLC in the series. It's also not the worst, I don't think. The fear mechanic that they introduced, they basically copied and pasted directly from Shadow of Mordor. Not that I think that's a bad thing. Shadow of Mordor is a fantastic game, and it was a fantastic feature to copy and paste over if they were going to copy and paste anything. But I think that's a lot of fun. I think the DLC in general is pretty good. Alright. Time to see if I can get this guy out of here without getting seen.
Get off me!
I don't yet have anything to control him, right?
Shut your mouth. Meet my blade.
Get your hands off me!
Stop squeezing people of every last penny and we'll talk.
Right, I can restrain him, but it doesn't. It makes him more likely to get detected.
You won't have the chance to scream "Save me," let alone pay Kaylock a visit.
I mean, there are some really fun features they introduced in this game, like the kidnapping mechanic, and I think the carriages are pretty good. I think they could be better. But all in all, I mean, especially now where it's 2 years down the road, if you can get this game for sale, it is absolutely worth it. I mean, don't expect, like, the deep philosophy that you have in a lot of other Assassin's Creed games, or the really involved lore that you had, especially before Desmond died. Once Desmond died, they kind of stopped caring about the first Civilization lore to a degree. Now, I mean, there are new things that are added, including some information, some very limited information about the first Civilization. I don't want to spoil it too much. There's an additional sequence in the game that's outside of Jacob and Evie's sequence that I'll play before I do the Jack the Ripper DLC. It's there's a rift that takes you to another time period in London. I don't really want to spoil it too much. I'm sure most people have heard what it is, but if anybody hasn't, I don't want to ruin it for them. And you play as a different character in a different time. So unlike the rifts in Assassin's Creed Unity, where it's Arno who goes to like World War II and 14th century France, and just France in different time periods. In this, they present a new character that you can play as in a different time, and I like that. So yes, overall, I do think Assassin's Creed Syndicate is worth it, even if I do harp on it sometimes for not being as good in the story department as some of my preferred games in the series. Just because it's not my favorite game in the series doesn't mean I'm a hater, you know? I think we make that mistake too much of polarizing groups of fans and saying, "Oh no, you this person's not your favorite, then you're definitely not a real fan." I do that. Like, if I hear anybody say they don't like modern day, I'm like, "Oh, you're not a real Assassin's Creed fan." And of course they are. They just like different things about it than I do. Ooh! I thought that guy was gonna get me. Alright, kill the target with a crate of dynamite, so we wanna... Ooh, I cannot remember the controls. I was trying to go all Unity right there.
How many crates do we have left to distribute?
Only about a dozen, sir.
Oh, that blast was larger than I remember them being. here's where that lockpicking comes in handy. We can open up this chest and get a unique item if it doesn't glitch and sit there forever. Ah, see, it glitched. Alright, enough talk, let's fight.
Who are you trying to tickle?
I enjoy the addition of like the combo system from like Batman Arkham games / Shadow of Mordor. Because those games basically have the same combat system. I love all those games.
Shit, she's getting away!
Don't go easy on her!
Trying to get a multi-takedown on the group here, but it's not. Oh, a couple of the guys already passed away. Looks like we're not going to get any multis then. I tried.
You're a stranger. They did.
I do love the ability to control whether or not my hood is on. I don't love that it's paired to crouching. And that's something they're fixing. Oh my gosh, it's gonna. Oh, there we go. Okay, we unlocked the color green. Let's go ahead and equip that, just for some reference. Let's see. It's gonna be under outfits. No, it is literally under outfits, not in outfits, but under outfits. We unlocked the color green. What's that here? Green. Let's equip that. Pretty enough. Alright, let's move on. We've got to escape the area, and then this mission will be complete. Oh my gosh! Excuse me while I bump it. Someone's been murdered! I don't know anything about that. I'll take it. Pick up this collectible really quickly, and then there's two guys standing there, and I can't resist. I can't resist. They're just asking for it. All right, let's get a carriage. Head over to our next objective. And there's some weird things about this game. It's like the challenge. It's not just the challenge. There's a challenge, you know, for breaking this wanton destruction thing, right? Breaking like 5 things in so many seconds. There's also like an achievement for breaking 5,000 things total. Those things are obviously completely at odds with the Assassin's Creed, like doing no harm to innocents or whatever.
Easy, easy.
I should wait until I'm way higher level than them, so I have damage bonuses before I try to get. Multiple guys taken down by the carriage for X seconds, which is a challenge. I'm not going to worry about those too much in the stream. They are kind of fun to do. Some of them, oh my gosh, some of them are kind of frustrating to do. But for that reason, I'm not going to worry about them. Alright, I love gang hideouts. In fact, it's about as far as I got. I think gang hideouts and bounty hunts are all I got to on my full sync playlist for this game. I got the story done. This is on my YouTube channel. I got the story done. Oh my gosh, they followed me up. Let's fight them. And I did the gang hideouts, and I think I did at least some of the bounty hunts, but did not finish them. I do love the gang hideouts. that's gonna raise a few eyebrows. I don't want to get the clinkers killed, so I'm trying to escape instead of just staying on the ground and drawing the fight to them. Don't want to lose my full sync just because I got caught. I'm not sure why she jumped that way. I don't think I told her to go that way. These guys with the canes will give you that triple attack that you have to counter 3 times. Oh my gosh, where's she going?
This'll end up for sure.
Oh, I just about died. That was intense. Alright, I think we're finally anonymous again. Let's get back to detecting everyone. I don't know why my controller's still rumbling. I'm not dying anymore. Regenerating my health steadily. Maybe that's what I was vibrating about.
I'll find you.
Yes, you will. Oh, no, you won't. You're just giving up. Get back here. Someone might be playing tricks on you. Tricksy hobbitses. There's somebody else coming really close to me. Oh, he's up here. Oh, she. I apologize. It's right here in this window. We've got, what, 3 more people? Yeah, 3 more of these blighters. Alright, we've got the one right there guarding a couple of clinkers. I think there's some clinkers over there too for some reason. Alright, so let's go throwing knife on her. No. The others are facing away. We should just be able to get an air assassination here.
Harness the gangs after all. Perhaps we can harness the gangs after all.
That looks like a dead clinker. I wonder if I already failed it without knowing it. Maybe not. No, he's got a top eye. He's not a dead clinker.
attracting the wrong kind of attention. I would be careful.
Yes, you should be, Mr. Kaylock.
As you like.
Oh my gosh! I died so quickly there! Somebody shot me. She hit me the one time, and then I just managed to be trying to break her defense after me with that knife. I went down quickly there. Just checking the chat as I do during loading screens often. And TDH Jack asked one more time, which one would you say is better, Unity or Syndicate? Because they're both on sale, but don't know which one to buy. Please, okay. Personal opinion, definitely Syndicate. Or I just said that completely wrong. Personal opinion, definitely Unity.
I would be careful.
In terms of,
yes,
in most of the gameplay terms,
as you like.
Syndicate is slightly better than Unity. It's not massively better, but slightly better. Whereas the story, the setting, the characters, the music, the graphics, and the combat in Unity are all better than in Syndicate. That was one reason why I tend to dog on Syndicate, is because it was such a downgrade from Unity. I don't hate Syndicate. I think it's a great game, but there were a lot of things that were kind of big steps back. Specifically, like, the combat, which is still fun, but doesn't have the challenging element or the pretty flashy animations that Unity has. The same problem, like I said before, that I have with Origins combat, that it lost track of it, a little bit of its DNA. You know, it doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed combat anymore, with a beautiful flashy combat that's also fun to play. So, if you can only get one, get Syndicate, but I'm not sure if it... I haven't been checking the Xbox Live sales. I do know that there was a bundle. I don't know how much it was. It might have been like $30 or $40 that came with Black Flag, Unity, and Syndicate. Not their gold editions, but all three games. All three wonderful games. Here's the thing. I dog on Syndicate, but I'd still rather play Syndicate than so many other games that I paid money for. It's not a bad game. It's one of my favorite games. It's just after a long list of other Assassin's Creed games, and it's probably below things like Shadow of Mordor or even the Batman Arkham games. But it's still a really good game. Let's see, 5 years ago it would have been, or even a year ago, it would have been probably beneath Mass Effect, and then Mass Effect Andromeda came out and put me to tears with how awful it is. I'm not one of the people who hated on Mass Effect 3's ending. I actually liked the ending. It put me to tears because of how much it touched my emotions. And then I was surprised when I left home again after a week of playing Mass Effect 3, got on the internet again after a week of playing Mass Effect 3, and found out that everyone else hated it. I'm weird. Anyway, Syndicate's a good game. If you can, get them all. I mean, Assassin's Creed is such a great series. But if you can only get one, I'd start at least with Unity. It'll introduce a lot of the concepts that are in Syndicate in terms of how the parkour works. And it is a better game in most ways. Not all. In terms of performance, Syndicate is actually significantly better. And not so much now. Most of Unity's performance issues got fixed.
What is this place?
It's nice to meet
But
you.
Syndicate has much better frame rate.
Babylon Alley.
And much more
Here
consistent
we make it
one.
our business to know the streets and provide children with the opportunity to control their own destinies.
Clara. Mr. Green said we might be able to help one another.
In exchange for our services, we ask a small favor.
Well, why not? You seem to have taken most of my money. Why not take a small favor, too?
There are several factories about the city that are powered almost entirely by child labor. Those children work long hours with little pay, and most are not permitted even to leave the factory grounds. They suffer terribly. I need you to save them.
A small favor.
In return, we offer you intelligence, something you clearly need.
Now, hold on a minute.
I'm late for an appointment. What are these terms?
We accept.
That's so nasty. And Evie's just like, I'm wearing gloves, whatever. This one's handy. Slayer 2 is really handy later on. Slayer 1 and Slayer 2 are both really handy. I think the Eevee Mite could use the health boost. Because I've already died. No, I've only died. Have I only died the once? I think I've only died the once, but it was embarrassing. So, reaching level 3 will provide some passive buffs like increased hit points and increased damage. I should probably equip some better weapons. See what I actually already have, because there's a number of things that you come already possessing, like these dirty knuckles, for instance. Let's take a look. Weapons. Take a look at these kukris, because I prefer kukris. Most of them are level locked, are they not? Other than that, I've already got some money, so I could buy these ones that are not. Alright, I'm going to be able to get this Ruby Kukri here fairly soon, I think. But I think until then I'm going to get this Golden Kukri, because I love the Kukris. Alright, just about out of money. Got some good upgraded items that we can also use for Jacob if we need to.
I could use a hand.
Here, go fight that person. I'm thinking there's an entrance on the side here somewhere, but I can't keep track of all the factories and where the entrances might be. Ah, here's one right here. Before we go in, let's scope out, tag the enemies.
Keep working! We ship out next week, and we are far behind schedule! All my 6 living's nothing in the end.
Everything will be all right.
Thank you, miss.
No offense, but even when you was alive, you look like pig shit.
I think that Syndicate's got some good side content. I mean, it would be nicer, like everyone says, if it were more like The Witcher 3, where everything has a story, but I think when you're comparing Unity and Syndicate specifically, Unity had some quantity over quality issues when it came to side missions, right? But you know, Syndicate might suffer from the same problem, but at least there's a variety to what you're doing as opposed to just generic run around stab people missions. Is this not the last group of kids? Oh, maybe I can free them still.
You'll be all right. Trust me.
Thank you.
Alright, on to get Rexford Kaylock. One thing I really like about the gang liberation activities is that it basically introduces a whole new series of assassination targets into the game without really having to provide story for them, you know? Since this one's primarily fight-focused, this next mission, I'm going to switch to Jacob and level him up really quickly. There we go. Now that I will equip some better gear for him. Oh, so what as I was saying before, besides all those outfits that you have for Evie, you have all these outfits for not for Edward. I saw Edward and I thought Edward. For Jacob, you have Ezio, you have Edward, you have this Frankenstein thing, this cool suave outfit that I love, Huntsman outfit, so like Sherlock Holmes, and then this steampunky one as well, which pairs with the one that Evie has. One cool thing is those little sockets on his shoulder will light up with electricity when you're in the game. But I'm not going to use that one. I'll just stick to what I've already got.
Don't be afraid to spill a little blood.
I don't think that little boy's going to spill some blood.
That was all my money.
Come on, give it over. Chop, chop.
Look! Doesn't matter how
My
long.
word. I can't begin to express my gratitude. Thank you.
One thing that's nice about Whitechapel as opposed to the rest of the Greater London area in Assassin's Creed Syndicate is that the streets are a little bit closer together, which makes these so you can actually parkour. The reason that this is that you obviously don't have the line launcher at this point in the game, and so they can't require you to cross these huge streets that you can't cross until later.
Ah,
There you are.
All that stands between you and Whitechapel is the villain controlling the borough. Kaylock has demanded you settle the claim for territory in a gang fight.
His loss?
Yeah. I'm sure he can put this to better use than I can.
Oh, what's this, Greenie? Assassin Christmas.
Gather your allies.
Mr. Rexford Kaylock has agreed to your terms and waits for you at the Whitechapel train station. He's bet his train on the fight.
No Kaylock. No matter.
Attack!
Oh my gosh, this weapon is so much more effective than what we were using. Very important to get your next level weapon.
There you are.
That's a nice little glide there, Jacob. While I pull out my kukri, I'll glide. Alright, made it to the train. That's the important part.
Push and stay on that man. You'll pay for that. Run till you faint blade! Give him a good cleaving!
Ooh, right as we came into the station. That's kind of awful.
It appears to be broken.
Oh well, at least we have a train now. It's not all bad.
So I'm not sure. Did that train belong to Rexford Kaylock, or was it just a random train? It does, right. We found out later on, right? All these other people used to work for him. But was it ever implied up until this point that the train was his? Or did he just, like, hop on a random train? I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. There's a good chance of that.
Kaylock is dead. Whitechapel is no longer in the hands of the Blighters.
You now have the chance to join our ranks. We welcome all who would stand up to Starrick and his cutthroats.
Welcome to the Rooks.
Ah, you bastard. I'd rather throw myself to the tracks than run Bertha another mile for that doted ball-bag.
Kaylock? He's left the station.
Mel. Hello, fancy pants. And who might you
I'm
two
Evie
be?
Fry, and this is my brother, Jacob Fry.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Agnes McBean.
A delight.
I thought I was getting a promotion. I suppose I'm out of work now.
Come work for us instead.
I won't bile your heat. You pay better than scraps?
I'm sure we can at least match that.
Then may I present to you Agnes and Bertha, lady and locomotive, at your service. I'll be in the next car.
A hideout on the rails. What an excellent idea.
Yes, it all worked out rather well. Now, I would like to follow up a lead on... Jacob? Is this serious?
I'm not doing anything until this gets fixed.
I believe I know someone who can help with that.
I knew you would, Greenie.
Okay, I don't think we're done with Sequence 3 yet. I don't think Sequence 3 ends quite a bit longer, does it? Let's take a look at our progression log. What is it? Progress tracker. Why did they put that all the way at the bottom? It's like the most important thing. Yeah, so it looks like we're only halfway done. That's right, it forces you to do those side activities. Somewhere that's green. So we've only done one of the 2 missions in Sequence 3. Alright, so we'll finish the other one, and I think at that point, most of the open world will open up for us. That'll be a good point for me to end the stream so that I can spend some time doing some of the free roam, which will then allow me to level up my characters and such.
Bit in this city. Think of the power of good you can do with the purse you bring. You talk of a store in London. Well, now's your chance. That there map shows who to speak to. Old friends, if you will. Give him a whiff of that sterling, and maybe you can...
Alright, from now on I need to try and save most of my money to try and put it into this stuff. Pub investor, this whole line here, right? Pub investor, pub games. They're quite expensive. Bookmaker, tea magnate, and shop investor. Getting all these basically are the upgrades. It was nice that they put the upgrades in a menu. You know, one that you can get right here from the pause. You know, gang upgrades is right here. Instead of having to run around town doing your investments. I always found that to be tedious, but it's an important part of the game. You know, it's important for you to be able to earn your income, but I always found it to be tedious, and especially in Brotherhood, Revelations. Yeah, those are the worst ones. But even in Unity, like, the stuff you have to do gets kind of a little bit burdensome. I thought maybe I could catch the train because it's headed south, which is the direction we need to go, basically. I guess we don't need to go too far, though. Oh my gosh! It is dark as pitch, and it is pouring rain. This is beautiful. This is what I wanted in Syndicate. And sometimes you do get it. No, this is what I wanted in Syndicate. This is what I wanted in Syndicate, was this dark, rainy, Victorian kind of setting. Unfortunately, the story is not congruent with this kind of setting. It's very upbeat and happy, and not too happy about that. This is a kidnapping mission. I don't want to do that just yet. I think I kind of want to do... Let's see. Do I want to hurry and do this viewpoint before we do this mission? I think so. I think so. So there were some concerns that parkour down had been removed from Assassin's Creed Origins. But it appears now that that is not the case, that it is still in the game. It just works differently, just because parkour works differently, where you don't have to hold right trigger anymore in Origins. All you'll have to do, it seems, is... for example, okay, so I'm not holding right trigger right now, right? But, you know, I've got my completely neutral position on my stick, and I can move it just a little bit. And this would be like your normal walk speed. So, like, this would probably be like you're holding just a little bit, right? And you hold it all the way, and it's like you're sprinting. Like this. And it's kind of confusing, and they're going to have legacy controls available, which is probably good. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be using the legacy controls or the new controls yet. The new controls kind of intrigue and terrify me at the same time. So I'm glad that they're providing the option for legacy controls, but, you know, controls have changed through all the Assassin's Creed games. Not too drastically, but they have changed with, like, each game. And so I'm not too worried about a new control scheme, even if it is radically different. I can learn it just like I'd have to learn any new game. My wife does not adjust well to new control schemes, especially in Assassin's Creed, where the gameplay is so similar. So it seems she'll probably be using the legacy controls. If she plays Origins, she's not a big fan of RPG mechanics in Assassin's Creed. Which she's sad about, because she wants to play the game. You know, it's a beautiful game, premise looks interesting, Bayek looks like an interesting assassin, and the world is just beautiful. But, you know, there's just a concern. How badly is the RPG mechanic going to break the game, break the Assassin's Creed experience? And I worry about it myself. You know, I worry that being restricted is going to be a problem. I'll give you an example, right? So, this is actually a problem even that I have with Syndicate, because RPG mechanics have been around in Assassin's Creed for a while. They haven't been as prevalent as they're going to be in Origins, but they've been around for a while. So, I mean, look, you have suggested level 3. There's levels. There's character levels. There's skill unlocks and stuff. Even in, like, Black Flag, the whole naval mechanic was an RPG mechanic. In that you level up your ship, and it becomes more and more powerful, and you're able to handle more and more powerful ships. And they even restricted certain difficulty ships to certain regions. So, for instance, in Black Flag, the further south you go, the more difficult the ships get. You know, you can look all around here. Lambeth being a level 4 or a level 3 area, right? Level 5 in Southwark. Level 4 on the Thames. City of London, level 6. Level 2 back in Whitechapel. I mean, that idea is there, but it's being amplified in Origins to such a degree that it kind of worries me. You know, there's 40 levels, so hopefully you level up pretty frequently, but there's 40 levels, and if you're out-leveled, you're basically screwed, and that's part of the problem. If you're out-leveled in Syndicate, it can be annoying, and it can take you a while to wail on the guys, and yeah, if they hit you, it might be a problem. Ooh! That's a social helix lift thing, whatever. I don't know why I still pick those up. I saved up like 1,000 points from these, so I didn't have to use any money for microtransactions, and got all the collectibles maps in the game. Huzzah! I don't think I still need any of them. Oh, are they still broken? Nope, there it goes. Location of the social glitch. Okay, it's been shared. So if you're on my friends list, there it is. So anyway, like, in Origins, you basically can't assassinate enemies who are as many as, like, 5 levels above you. With there being 40 levels in the game, you know? If you try to assassinate them, you'll do some damage, but you won't kill them.
Alec, whatever is the matter?
I have been intercepting nothing but poppycock propaganda about soothing syrup and whatnot. No, I swear to high heavens, if Starrick's monopoly continues...
Alec, I beg your pardon. These are friends of mine. Evie Fry and her brother, Jacob.
Oh, Alexander Graham Bell.
Linguist, inventor, and technical expert. Alec, I have something of a favor to ask you.
Can you fix this?
Oh, looks like the casing is cracked. Oh, comes apart. I see. Could have used one of these to fit my fuses on top of Big Ben.
Alec is installing a new telegraph line for our Free Press Association.
To combat the Starrick Telegraph Company. Now, if I can mend the fuses connecting independent lines from Big Ben, Starrick will be weakened. Only we are somewhat at a handicap. And there. Oh, I've removed the mechanism so it may work with your bracer.
I'll put it to use immediately.
Jacob, wait. Mr. Bell, allow me to help you with your fuses.
Oh, you will not find me too proud to accept Miss Fry. Oh, we can use my carriage, if you'd be so good as to hold the reins, though.
I'll take that.
I can help you.
Oh, Miss Fry.
Time to pick up some more skills really quickly. Let's see what we can get. I don't think that's anything we want to get at the time, so we'll save it.
I'm so glad you could assist me.
There you go. So, Mr. Bell, what inventions are you concocting?
I intend to develop a phonetic telegraph that does not just convey dots and dashes, Miss Fry, but the human voice.
Phonetic telegraph? Sounds a bit of a mouthful. You could just call it a telephone.
Telephone? How bizarre. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, the press has become entirely dependent on the Stark Telegraph Company.
Which is why Mr. Green has asked you to set up a free line.
Yes. What is more, other small independent companies have had their lines sabotaged, and they have little means of finding any broken fuses, which are...
To be found on top of Big Ben.
Correct. Especially as one needs a special government pass to get through the guard.
Technically, that is not Big Ben. Big Ben is the bell inside the tower, or at least the largest bell inside the tower. Technically, that is the Elizabeth Tower. Come on, you should know this, Evie. While it's fun to watch me zip up there, I wonder how fun it is to climb it. You know? Gonna install first and then I'll do the viewpoint.
Lovely view.
In the sunlight, that is kind of a putrid green color. I think it's time to change when we get back down to ground level.
All set.
This is highly improbable. Ooh, watch her left wrist. That looks painful. Look at that wrist, that angle on that wrist. Ouch.
That should do it.
Alright, time for a ridiculous leap of faith. Goodness gracious. Right, because the leaves would save me after falling what, 200 plus feet. It's gotta be at least 200 feet. Oh no, I'm stuck! I'm glitching! Oh! Evie! Don't do it! Oh, she let go. Okay, that's probably for the best. Oh, she just... Is this just a glitchy spot? I think that might be just a glitchy spot. There we go. Good to know. AC2 is not the only one with really bad glitchy spots. All the games have had weird spots where the parkour is a little broken. As I promised, even though this is right here at the end of the stream, basically, I'm going to change the color of Evie's outfit now, because that green is just gross. We've got Ubisoft blue, we've got teal, we've got our default. Let's try on that Ubisoft blue. It's a little bit light blue for my style, but let's see how it looks in the sun. It's kind of gross. That's kind of gross. Let's try that teal out. Oh, not outfits, colors. I keep going to outfits. The teal doesn't look particularly teal, but I think in the sun it's nice and shiny. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's use that. Don't like the brown tails to her coat, but the teal is quite lovely.
Thank you very much, Miss Fry. I will now be able to continue with the installation of the new line.
If there's anything else I can do to help.
Certainly. Please do come and visit. Oh, I was toying with this device and have noted down the formula for you. It's not perfect yet, but by golly, it works.
Maybe a little too well. Whoa!
Was that just a smoke bomb? We already had smoke bombs. What's he talking about? Alright, okay. That's right, the mission's not done yet. Here we go. Back to Lambeth with us.
Come on!
For favorite carriage, I think this is a hansom cab is what this is called. This is my favorite one. I like it because it's maneuverable and light and fast. One of the problems with it, though, is it's not very durable. It doesn't stand up well against opponents, but it's fun to drive. It's easy to get the power slides around corners, which you need for certain challenges. In fact, if you like hold left and right trigger, and just boost a whole bunch. Work on getting. See, it only really works in this one. I mean, you can pull it off sometimes in the others, but just that method of doing it as you drive down the street only really works in this carriage. I couldn't remember how to reload. Sorry, there's a loud lawnmower outside my window. I couldn't remember how to reload, and it's holding Y. For some reason, I couldn't remember that. I've not looted like anybody here. Give me bullets. Give me bullets. Alright, we loot that. What else? We're not done yet. Ignoring collectibles, because I'm being strong. I just have to pick those up my own time. I still haven't finished Black Flag's side content. I've got Black Flag, Rogue Unity, and now this to finish off. That's what I get for streaming as quickly as I have. Missed out on a lot of the side content, but that's okay. I've still got plenty of time before Origins comes out to finish my personal marathon. Okay. Stealth, pull out some throwing knives. Who have we got down below? Just those two? No, there's more. There's gotta be more. Right? There's always more. Let's see. Cross. Get that brute before anybody else. Before he gets too far out of our line of sight. Let's switch to a smoke bomb. Doesn't really cover all three. Pull off a Unity. Smoke bomb the three guys. Take them all down before anyone knows the better. That worked just fine. Don't have to loot any of those guys anyway, as I already did. Alright, time to craft. Thank you for your tutorializing. What do we have to craft? Smoke bomb upgrade? Let's craft it then. What else can we craft at this point? I'm sure I don't have too many crafting materials. Does that increases damage? What I really want is this medium knife pouch, but we just don't have as many or as much money as I need for that. I want this one and that one. I love throwing knives. All of these will be great. There's lots of different ways to level up, as it were, in Syndicate, and I do enjoy the character progression quite a bit. I thought I already got the crafting upgrade that you guys wanted me to. Oh, what was I supposed to get? I was supposed to get throwing knife upgrade number 1, and I don't think I have enough money for it anymore. I might have to go gather money before it'll let me get it. Upgrades. No, I've got enough. That's right, because it only costs £50. Craft and equip. Okay, fine. I'll wait until I have enough for that. Still just need money for it. Okay. I just need to get back to Belle's workshop, and I think that's the end of the sequence. It's kind of anticlimactic. You know, you take on Rexford Kaylock, and everything's all exciting at the beginning of the sequence, and at the end it's like, here's your, rope launcher? Your line launcher, I guess? No, line launcher's Batman. This is a rope launcher, isn't it? I don't remember. They're the same thing, but I think this one's called a rope launcher. Here's your rope launcher, and here's some more tutorials. And, now the now the sequence is over. It is really pretty anticlimactic, unfortunately.
Ah, Miss Fry. I was just showing Jacob the first message was received via the mended lines. Oh, you can keep the rope launcher, by the way. We've managed to procure another one for your brother. Excellent work. Thank you again.
You're very welcome, Mr. Bell.
We can now defend the principle of impartial news and free speech.
Free is fair, but free and brief is far better.
Ha ha! Ah, Fry, such caustic wit.
And on that note, we must depart.
Oh, good fortune to you both. Call on me anytime.
Oh, he likes Evie. Unfortunately, she's into Henry. Which I thought that Jacob was just teasing her about it. And then when you get to that point in the game, you realize, oh, she actually is into him. Like, it's one of the unfortunate things. I really do like Evie as a character, but I think that she's so stoic that you have no idea what she's feeling in most scenes, unless she's teasing her brother, in which, you know, she loves him, she cares about him, but she's annoyed by him. So her annoyance shows through, but I struggle to see many of her other emotions. That is the end of our sequence. I think there's going to be a cutscene here, so we'll go ahead and watch that, and then we'll do our outro.
Now that we've finished with that distraction...
Who is that? Oh, you mean you don't know?
Beautiful train you got here. Miss McBean was just telling me all about her. Name's Ned.
How do you do?
I won't take up more of your time. If you want to learn a thing or two about the finest transit systems in the world, you can find me at this address.
Let us return to locating the Piece of Eden.
We need to reclaim London from Starrick. Who are my targets?
It's not time for that yet.
I didn't come to London to hunt curios.
First understand the dance, only then become the dancer.
Oh, so you're taking over where Father left off.
Someone has to.
Evie, finding the precursor artifact will give us an insight into what the Templars intend. Jacob, I have information about Starrick's associates that should be of use to you. Here.
Yay, more tutorials. And another long black loading screen. It's not as bad as Unity, where all the loading screens are long. Alright, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and start Sequence 4. That way I can do my free roam in between, level up my character.
This soothing syrup has become the only medicine available in Lambeth. It bears the Templar Grandmaster's name.
About time for a visit to the doctor.
I don't see that cure arriving anytime soon.
And what exactly will you be doing, might I ask?
You know very well. Tracking down the Piece of Eden.
Enjoy your studies. I'll be out killing Templars.
Alright, I want to thank the viewers that I've had in this stream. I want to thank the viewers watching later on YouTube. I appreciate your support and your kindness. We're going to go ahead and wrap up today. This is the beginning of the 4th sequence, and now is a very good time for me to go and do a whole bunch of open world stuff, conquer the districts, level up my character. In order to play Sequence 8, I have to have unlocked, I think, not all of the districts, but most of them. And so, in order for me to even beat the game, I have to do a significant amount of the open world content. So, rather than making you guys sit through all of that, I want to just spare you guys and let you just have the narrative, because that's what this stream is all about. Anyhow, if you've enjoyed this, follow me here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to me there. My handle is Bastion Assassin on both platforms, as you can find me there easily. So like, comment, and subscribe there. Let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like different. And as always, just have fun.